I think it's working. We might have a stream. Have no idea if the audio is working. If you can hear me, let me know. I think it's working. We might have a stream. Have no idea if the audio is working. If you can hear me, let me know. I think it's working. We might have a stream. Have no idea if the audio is working. If you can. There's a bit of a delay, but that's not a big deal. We can we can work with that. Right now we're working on this little hospital. Working on a hospital and its grounds. So there's definitely some work to be done here and on the local environment over here, which is a little subdivision. We're just gonna add maybe a fence here. Usually we put some nice fences. Turn on anarchy. Turn off snapping. Boop. Beautiful. Area. Here. Yeah, just doing some detailing. This hospital is meant to represent one of the older hospitals in town. The town, by the way, is based off of Joplin a little bit. Joplin is the primary inspiration for this city. It's a small town, less than 100,000 people in it at the moment, and most of the industry is pretty much gone. It used to be a mining town. Something we could really use is more vertical graffiti. It's something you do actually see sometimes. Let's put up some unfinished graffiti off the sides there. A little bit lower, somewhere less visible. Any sort of cameras. I think if you were an artist, where would you put it? No, those are vents, so I think this is perfect. It's something else. It's done. Piece around, yeah, let's small one. 4x1. That's way too official looking. Canadian, we love those guys. We'll have that one. Go. Ooh, CPP is probably small. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Doors. Doors are a perfect place for stuff like this. There is that little partially. Yeah, it's 2x1 here. You might even be able to do this. Just tag the door. Yeah, that looks great. That's too big. And not very authentic for this location. We're gonna definitely have to put some Ghibli references somewhere, but not here. Maybe another one on a corner. I think this is super visible, so let's do it here. Oh, like maybe like a 30 or 40-degree one for this. Yeah, it's a really tight turn. A small 30-degree is a good start. Somebody at some point is done over now. See if we can't do some stones on the side too. To kind of age this just a little bit. This building is relatively new. Oh, I like that a lot. Let's find a good spot to put something like that maybe over here with these vents. So, leaking maybe. Oh, that's what we want. Uh, I'm not allowed to make it a little thicker. That's pretty good. Pretty much what we're aiming for here. Try and also get alpha. If we can manage it, cracks in the wall. Let's do some random leaks. It's fine. Ooh, here, this is a place that's gonna get a little wet. Yeah, it's been leaking. Something that happens. With these big AC units, it's a lot of moisture. So, it's pretty authentic. You know, I'll put some stuff up here too. And really what we want right now is some cracks, some good cracks. Problem is a lot of these are not going to show, I'm afraid. That's one if we get. They're going to have to go up here. Which is fine. Okay, it works. Let's do some patches too. This parking lot's not young, put it that way. Check on the stream. Perfect. So we got one nice big parking lot. We're also going to add some texture over here. Some nice big puddles on the roof. And this is from the Japanese pack, by the way. This hospital, honestly gorgeous. That little like cube kind of stone or block, like the building material on this building is just super cool. And we can do some more of this too. We've got ample opportunity right here for some leaking. No, it's not going to be the first time this building was tagged. Put a nice big white block. Some brave artist got over here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll make it incomplete. So there is what's currently getting covered. Oh, come out on top. We will keep trying. Try maybe this one. Whichever one gets covered. That's the goal, is to try and cover it up. Possible none of these do. Definitely used it for. Yeah, we will keep the cover there. It's like something that covered. Perfect. Oh, Japanese text. I had not noticed you. We're gonna have to cover you up with a sign. Something. There's all sorts of things we can stick on, including a bunch of wild AC or just another sign. Ooh, there's a nice fence. Maybe some really long. Let's see. These are tiny. Let's get this sun. And we kind of see rectangular signs. Kind of like that. Oh, I like that a lot. That is gorgeous. I don't know what this is for. It doesn't really work right there, but boy, I want to use that on something. Something. Need to find just a rectangular sign. These are nice. Yeah, but they are not really an. Oh, cardio patio. That's what we've got up here. We have a cardio patio. Yeah, we're gonna put a little tiny gym up here, maybe. Or this could be a symbol, maybe something that the administrators thought about doing and then gave up on it because it was a terrible idea. They decided to do rooftop cardio. Patience, and it just didn't work out. I mean, that would make kind of perfect sense. And this is a great building. It's such a good looking asset. And then we have these two other buildings over here. These apartments are components of the hospital. It's long-term rehab and also housing for folks who are inpatients, still on a semi-permanent or permanent basis. Probably our friendly local state governments cutting the funding for these, so they've been having trouble for, at this point, decades. Maintenance is getting skipped. Repairs aren't happening. The buildings themselves are old. These ones here, I think we can imagine maybe were built roughly the last time the city had some money. We'll say these were part of a relatively ambitious mayor's rehabilitation program back in the 80s. Like the early 80s was part of a program to try and take health seriously. We've got AC units leaking on the roof, leaking all sorts of stuff. Yeah, these new stains are really good. I've got to say, this is good textures. Better than I expected. Had not used these before. And I think they are going to be pretty common in my builds because, boy, they look good. Let's go something a little smaller. Yeah, especially on there. And some of the lighter ones, too. Fantastic. Medium. That's a little too square. Don't like that one. Too well defined. But the textures really are coming a long way in City Skylines too. You gotta say, like, I mean, I understand people's complaints at the start, but look at how far things have come. I mean, this is not anywhere close to the kind of stuff we had at release. Just much better in every way, pretty much. Ooh, I like that one too. It's good. Yeah, so these buildings are in rough shape. So we might also find some graffiti on here. Crap leaking out of the garbage can. You can have all sorts of problems with buildings like this that aren't getting maintained. You might have some mold. Also, notice no AC units on the exterior, so which is not uncommon in the States, unfortunately. And with climate change, the folks here are going to be really toasty in the summertime, so you're going to have possibly heat-related problems for patients. Let's put some broken glass over here. Just crud. We're going to have a lot of crud. The city is going to be known for its crud. It's litter. Got some paper floating around. Not that much broken glass. That's a little extreme. Ooh, fish. Just put some dead fish down now. That's not what we want. Mixed trash. I love some mixed trash textures. Wow, that looks great. And let's throw in some trash bags. Let's show how good the city services are doing right now. They're not. Ultimately, they are not doing so hot. I know we have some more here, so that's perfect. We can just stick these just around here in a nice big pile. That's great. We can go over and put some more damage. I think this area is going to be pretty messed up. Really, the whole city's pretty messed up. At some point, I'll have to give a little tour just to kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. That's incredible. This is one of the best sets of assets in game. Decal wise, it's just absolutely gorgeous cracks. Yes, this is the town. No skyscrapers. Basically, the town's economic outlook just went through the floor by the 1970s, like the late 70s, early 80s. So by the 90s, deindustrialization was kind of going strong. A lot of this is incomplete. I'm going to remove some of those buildings. I don't want duplicates, or I don't want many duplicates. This little area is an exception to that rule, near that elementary school over there. This is a more recent attempt to do some sort of density. Like a lot of American cities, you're going to see a lot of parking, and it is a road paradise. It is anti-transit. It is not good. Very bad. Ooh, that's weird. I got some extra clipping over here. Ooh. Might have to figure out how to cover that up. It's a new problem. You know, now that's something I have to do. We might fence this area in. Got to think about our internal divisions. You know, like we might mess with this little park at some point. There are some good assets in here, and that little park is just so easy to put wherever you need it. I think we will put a fence up here. We're going to take the residential high fence, so it looks a little less imposing, but it's still clearly fenced in. And the other thing we're going to do is going to make a gap in this fence right over here. Right there, roughly. So we might fence that area in. Yeah, it's going to keep going from here. Ooh, we got some. Let's try and keep it level. There we go. Boy, I like that. I gotta say, that looks good. And that we don't want. So, turn off snapping, see how far we can go one spot. No, that's not good enough. So, we might go here. We might have to shorten part of this. Or cover this area in greenery, or do a fence down here. So this area here, this fence runs along the entire side of the building, and most of that is covered in bush. So we might do it. No, we're not going to do that. Let's not put a fence there. It's not the most realistic fence, but I kind of like it. Yeah, it's pretty good. We also need less ambulances out and about, because just are going to be less to serve the needs of the community, whatever community's around. Just check on the street. I'll tell you over. That is pretty fun. Nobody's posting. That's okay. I think I'm going to do some Traveler streams. This Traveler is so good. And now I have the means to actually do what I want with it. And really more than the means, just the understanding of what I want to do. This area is toasty. It is not perfect. Weather-wise, we'll have some. Yeah, it's nice. We'll pass this part. We need some lavender, something like that. Because right now we got a lot of yellow and white flowers. And the white flowers are gorgeous, I gotta say. This is a great, really, really good. Nice, thick patches of flower, too. So it layers well. also a lot of this layers full. But the moss, we're going to put in shade. We've got the building there. We already see it's throwing shade at, what time is it? 7:30 a.m. over here. So this area is going to put some moss going down this side. Which also, you know, we can think a little bit about the moisture we were talking about earlier. We're going to have mold. Mold is going to be a thing that this building is facing. These buildings are facing the mold problem. It makes too much sense. It makes too much sense. Have some like little bushes and stuff around here. And a couple cropping out here. Some in the corner. A small number of flowers. Nice big ones. And some of these flower bushes are enormous. Absolutely enormous. But good for pollinators. And they help blend a little bit. Really what we want to be doing is we want to be doing a lot of blending in the landscape to make everything look like it has natural flow. Even though everything we're doing is completely unnatural. We just have to try and cover it up as best we can. One of the places we were wondering about actually is right over here. So these are not going to be the best for this because they're so wide, but there are other opportunities right here. This is a nice bit of flat terrain. You can see there's mostly concrete on either side, but we are implying that the concrete is not complete because you've got all of these little plants growing through. I think it was time to try and build on that. That also makes that less accessible, so the micro narrative we're working on there with the graffiti artists makes some more sense. It's a little bit harder to get over there to do the graffiti. I really want some damage on the side of this building, but representing it super duper easy right now with some of the tools that we have. Ooh, signs. What's this? Oh, the designer walls. This is another one, man. We've got these beautiful, beautiful new wall textures. I could just put this down here and have like a really nice underlayer that looks different than everything above. And honestly, it is very enticing. These walls look great. I mean, look at that. The only thing is these are too modern. Like in a European city, there are plenty of places where this would look really, really good. Something contemporary, something explicitly utilitarian or artistic. I mean, there's so many options, but this place is not ideal for that. It's a little too simple out here. This is, I don't know what's going on with this texture's not loading. Yeah, got some opportunities for this part of the parking lot. I'm not totally sure what to do with. There's a lot of dead space in American parking lots, so I'm not broken up over it. Actually, put some more plants over here. There's also flies right up against the wall. It's not going to be great for your foundations. It's kind of the point. This place is overgrown. Go find more oak. Gosh, yeah. The trees are really a mixed bag in City Skylines too, but some of them, the oak especially, is just gorgeous. Just fantastic. Killer tree. That's already looking a lot better than it was. And then we have this neighborhood we gotta do. So there's gonna be 2 on either side. It's coming together. I gotta say, I like that, and a ton of work to do on this city. For a little first stream, it's not too terrible. We got this area, by the way, is a nature preserve. It's an artificial lake, a reservoir that leads to this dam. That dam was mostly here, just in the map. It's a really good map. Don't remember the name of it, which is horrible. I try and find that for the next one. We got some boardwalks and just a little park area. That's the main hospital. The downtown core, right here. And then the old, first historic rail yard's going to be over here, which is going to be a major component of the city once we get there. But I think I'm going to call it quits for now on this stream. Because first time I've ever done this, I got nobody following. A-okay. Now, how do I pause this? 30 minutes long. That's crazy. How do I actually end the stream? How do we? Okay, so we're not going to do that. We want to end stream. Boom. Bye, everybody. Nobody saw it.